Hey guys, it's Brandon again. So, just finished up Thanksgiving here in the United States. I say that because, of course, I've got a couple of fans up in Canada. So, holidays. Aren't they fun? Aren't they stressful? Aren't they everything that we think they shouldn't be, right? Because we're supposed to be being thankful at Thanksgiving and celebrating and gifting to each other and loving each other during Christmas. And then right immediately after the day after Thanksgiving, we immediately launch into retail and buy, give. Um, and I know that that is super frustrating, and I know it can be stressful. Like even just driving near a mall or near anything that has a sale going on, especially post Thanksgiving, Black Friday, any of that, Christmas Eve, even if you're out and about doing that, can be really frustrating. Um, and so, like I said, remember all the de-stress tips that I've given you guys so far. That's going to help you as far as like being out and about in the craziness. But then there's the other side of the holidays, the side that they talk about where people are depressed because maybe they've lost a family member who's not around. Maybe they're by themselves this year. Maybe they've lost a pet that won't be there that they can dress up at Christmas in a silly sweater or something like that. That is always hard. Loss at holidays are extremely terrible. And especially if it's something that used to be there and was ever present and there was a tradition behind it. Maybe it was, a Christmas photo with family and a member of that family is no longer there. Grandma or grandpa passed away this year. Things of that nature. It's tough. What I'm getting at though is it's okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel a little bit of lonely, a little bit of depression, a little bit of pain and feeling bad, because that's how we exist. If we didn't feel those things, if we didn't love those people, that dog, that family member, even that relationship that broke up, like that you used to have where you guys had traditions together, that means you're normal. Like feeling sad about things that aren't there anymore is absolutely normal. It's don't let that be the end all be all, the thing that drags you down and the thing that frustrates you. So some tips on that. I really just think that you have to focus on what's good about the holidays and bringing family together and reaching out and talking to those family members that maybe you don't talk to all that often. I just today got off the phone with my aunt, who I have not talked to in a few years, and we caught up like it was nobody's business. So don't be afraid to like reach out and talk to your family members and all of that. Like reach out. That's what these holidays are for. Be out there. Be willing to put yourself out there. Don't worry about like what gift you need to give somebody. Don't worry about monetary value. When it comes to the gift giving and all that, just let it be what it is supposed to be. Give from your heart. It doesn't have to be a 55-inch LCD TV. It doesn't have to be the latest game console. It doesn't have to be an expensive piece of jewelry. Make it from your heart and give it in earnest, and everything will be okay in that regard. But I'm not here to talk about that. I want to give you guys my worst Christmas ever. And the reason I'm going to give that isn't so that you guys pity me. It's that you guys can understand that you can be very, very low during these times, and then the next year or the next year after that, have a better time. So a very long time ago, I think this was Christmas 2004, 2005, I had just began the process of being divorced. I was by myself. My daughter was with her mom and her family. Didn't really hear from her too much. I was in an apartment by myself with my cat, and I was there and woke up and not much going on. Went ahead and got up, tried to reach out to some family, made some phone calls, didn't really hear from anybody. I think I heard from maybe a friend and maybe my parents, if that, on that day. A combination of like people are busy, the combination of me, I was working third shift, so I was getting up late. And so I made the decision that day that instead of moping around and watching TV, I was going to go out and watch a movie. That movie was, what was that? Ben Affleck's Paycheck, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, it's okay. Netflix it. It's worth the time. But so I went by myself on Christmas Day to a movie and got my popcorn and soda and went and sat down in a seat all by myself. And the movie theater was filled because this was an action movie that had just came out. And there I was by myself on Christmas Day watching a movie. And during the movie, I needed to get up and go to the bathroom. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? Okay, well, I'll just leave all my stuff here and hope that no one takes it. And then, sure enough, it was fine. I went to the bathroom, came back. But got out of the movie. I enjoyed it. It was all right. But it was depressing that I was there by myself on a holiday. And I went home and didn't really hear from anybody else. Made a couple phone calls, left some voicemails and all of that, and just kind of sat there and went and played some video games for a little bit, and then I went and I walked to a 7-Eleven, grabbed a soda, grabbed a ice cream bar that was peppermint, came back, ate it, drank soda, crashed out on my couch, and pretty much moped my way into sleep. Didn't necessarily cry because I was lonely, but I was definitely depressed, and I was definitely feeling alone and not loved or anything like that. And that was very, very frustrating because I went to bed and I felt just so empty with no one there. And I sympathize and I can completely empathize with anyone who's going through that now. Do yourselves a favor. Reach out before Christmas starts and find a place to put yourself. It's the holidays. There are people out there that love you and would be glad to have you over and be a part of their day. Even if it's just for a little time, maybe it's a quick gift exchange. Maybe you do go with some friends to go see, Star Wars or something that's coming out, this Christmas. Or you just, you get to hang out with somebody else's family for food. It's all right. Don't let yourself isolate yourself is what I'm getting at. I isolated myself, and had I not, things would have been better. So reach out, plot now so that you have people around you. And if you do end up being alone, find something that makes you happy that you can focus on. Don't focus on people not being there. Focus on something that you enjoy. Maybe start a project. Maybe if you really want to, just watch the 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Story on TNT or TBS. By the way, as I drop all these corporate names, not sponsored, just to be clear. So, but again, it's one of those things where don't let your being alone make you even further alone and feel down and bad. Reach out to family, call them, Skype call them, Facebook video them. Reach out and talk, and it'll make you feel better, I promise. Because every time that I've had an issue where I felt down and I've reached out to somebody who cared about me, no matter how brief the conversation, no matter if it was 5 minutes, 5 seconds, I felt better. So just in these holidays, remember to focus on the positive things. Don't let loss of friends or pets or relationships drag you down. Focus on the happy part of Christmas and Hanukkah and all the other holidays that are running around this time of year. I say Christmas just because that's what I celebrate. But again, reach out. And if you can't, find somebody. Go and maybe do something crazy like volunteer at a soup kitchen or put yourself out there. Find a way to be with other people and not be by yourself, and don't be like me and feel depressed and lonely when you had every capability of doing something more. Again, guys, I want to thank you. Have a happy holiday, whatever it is you celebrate. I love you guys. And if you do feel down this holiday, reach out to me. I will be glad to be there and talk to you and do whatever I need to help cheer you up. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you again next video. Bye.